Barbados opposition walks out of Parliament, and in sport, West Indies Test captain Dennis Ramden appeals for better helmets as the team heads for South Africa. I'm Nicole Best with the Caribbean in 10 for Tuesday, December 22nd. That's December 2nd. I'll be back with the details after the break. CMC welcomes our friends in Canada to the CaribVision family. The eyes and ears of the Caribbean is now on Bell 5 TV. So if you're in Ontario or Quebec, check us out on channel 658 and enjoy the best informative, educational and enlightening programming from around the Caribbean and the diaspora.
We are on Facebook. Join the growing CaribVision community today. Go to www.facebook.com/CaribVision. Be a part of our online family, whether you are located in Canada, the USA, or even farther away. CaribVision is about what it means to be from the Caribbean, our culture, our lifestyles, our voices. Log on or switch us on. CaribVision.
Opposition members in Barbados walked out of Parliament Tuesday morning. Opposition leader Mia Mottley led her team in a walkout of Parliament following a decision by House Speaker Michael Carrington not to allow a debate on the poor working conditions at the island's Queen Elizabeth Hospital. We'll have more in this developing story in our newscast later this evening. St. Lucia's Prime Minister Kenny Anthony is promising economic growth in the next fiscal year. He was addressing delegates at a conference of his ruling St. Lucia Labour Party on the weekend. Anthony told supporters that the SLP inherited a broken economy from the United Workers' Party and that it was their job to fix it. He says, however, the recovery has started and is being led by the tourism sector. Antigua's Prime Minister Gaston Brown says he remains confident in his country's citizenship by investment program. Brown's comments come as countries of the region review their CIP programs following the implementation of visa restrictions on St. Kitts and Nevis by Canada. Speaking on a local radio program, Brown says he is satisfied that Antigua's CIP is properly monitored.
The weaknesses that were identified in the St. Kitts program do not exist in our program. For example, one of the major issues is that the place of birth was not actually enshrined in the St. Kitts passport. It is in our passport, in which we have the place of birth of the individual, even though they're an Antiguan citizen, if they originated out of, let's say, Syria, China, it indicates exactly where the person is from. Plus, we will make sure, too, that we run a very transparent program.
Still in Antigua, that country's Prime Minister says government is moving to reduce the cost of gas at the pumps. Brown says he does not have the cooperation of fuel suppliers, that's West Indies Oil. He adds that West Indies Oil has refused to pass on the savings on the basis that the Antigua Public Utilities Authority owes the company about 55 million EC dollars. Brown says the reasoning of the APUA is nonsensical. He says the arrears were inherited by the new government administration, which reduced the amount owed from 98 million EC dollars. He says he has therefore instructed the APUA to purchase fuel from another source and pass on the savings to consumers. The Commission of Inquiry into the Tivoli Gardens fiasco has begun. It entered its second day on Tuesday, expecting to hear from at least 500 witnesses over the next 3 months. The Commission is seeking to get the full story on what happened in Tivoli Gardens when the police moved in to search for and capture wanted drug lord Dudus Coke. Chairman of the West Kingston Commission of Inquiry is Sir David Simmons. He says it is important that as they search for the truth, people with relevant information come forward and testify before the Commission. The Commission has so far received statements from the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, the Security Forces, and the Office of the Public Defendant. Over in Haiti, police confirmed that about 30 prisoners escaped custody in St. Mark, a provincial city north of Haitian capital. Charles Rubens, an investigator with the Haitian National Police, says that the male prisoners managed to cut the bars of the jail and jumped an adjacent Catholic church before fleeing. Authorities are still attempting to determine the number of prisoners who escaped, and none have been recaptured. Details about the men who escaped were not immediately available. But Rubens says one officer has been detained on suspicion of aiding the escapees. A Surinamese farmer has been arrested on human trafficking charges. This after several Guyanese claimed they were forced to work for free on his farm. Police say that the farmer will also face charges of illegal gun possession. Last week, the Guyana government warned nationals to be wary of too lucrative to be true job offers outside the country. The warning came after the 5 nationals were rescued in Suriname, victims of trafficking in persons. Police spokesman Humphrey Nardin urged other people who are being held against their will to report the situation to law enforcement authorities. Stay with us. When we come back, we take a look at sports.
Traveling the Caribbean has never been easier or more convenient. Go to Liat.com for super savings on fantastic Caribbean destinations. Click on the specials page for the latest promotions and fantastic deals. Go to the quick reference button for travel tips and baggage info. Sign up for travel insurance, which covers your entire trip. And sample Zing, our in-flight magazine with news and features on people and places. Just go with Liat.com.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to today's coverage of the National Collegiate Disc Golf Championships from North Augusta, South Carolina. We're proud to begin yet another broadcast season here on the Beat Sports Network.
There they are, your National Collegiate Disc Golf Team Champions, Georgia Regents University of nearby Augusta. And the traditional champions plunge into the upper pond for Georgia Regents will complete their 2014 NCDGC experience.
West Indies Test captain Danish Ramdin appeals for better helmets as the team head for South Africa. Ramdin is appealing to the makers of cricket helmets to improve on their product following the death of Australian batsman Philip Hughes, who was hit by a bouncer. He says the current helmet's just a piece of fiberglass and it's not adequate protection. Last year, the International Cricket Council appointed a committee to look at an international benchmark for standards on helmets. The process is likely to be fast-tracked in light of Hughes' death. Embattled West Indies off-spinner Sunil Narine is attempting to take full responsibility for his actions. Narine was reported for having a suspect bowling action during this year's Champions League 2020 while playing for the India Premier League franchise called Qatar Knight Riders. The report led to the West Indies one-day squad for the ill-fated tour of India selectors to withdraw Narine so he could undergo rehabilitation. The West Indies Cricket Board in a statement says Narine's decision he has made a decision and he looks forward to returning to international cricket at the earliest opportunity. Over now in chess, and the prestigious Omada Cup wrapped up on Monday night in Guyana. Eason Wilshire and Ryan Harper amassed 7 and 8 points to chart off top prizes as Trinidad make a clean sweep for the title. President of the Guyana Chess Federation, Hursad Mohammed, says the tournament was very successful.
The tournament is very successful. We have seen a very high level competitiveness among the players. Our local players are also doing fairly well, especially in the challenger category. They are actually right up within the top 5, top 6.
And that's the Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Have a good afternoon.